Hey, we're on a rescue mission here to collect some allays and save them from the pillagers. Way out here in kind of the far lands. So yeah, we're going to collect these guys. I'm going to see if I can just give them some wood. I think you have to actually give them, you right click and give them a piece of anything, and then they'll follow you until they find more of that item to drop at your feet. So I think that's the way to get them to follow. There's probably several ways to get them. There's the leads that you can attach to them. You can drag them along. You can give them something, or you could use the note blocks. So just on the other side of that far ridge, I have a portal, and that goes to the nether ceiling, and so we're going to try to get them to go through there and lure them back to home base. Okay, I guess he went through. I don't see him around, so let's go through the portal and check. Did he just go back through? Oh my gosh, this is as bad as wrangling villagers. Well, I can't find him, but we can always duplicate just the one, which is good news. We don't need two of them in order to get multiple allays. Oh my gosh. Okay. So of course, maybe he just came back through the portal immediately. Okay, we have the allays back home, and we're going to make a nice shelter for them, tie them up here for now, and we'll make a little enclosure maybe, and then we can duplicate them using the amethyst shards. I think the next thing I need for major resource gathering is more shulker boxes. So the time has come. I think it's time to build a shulker farm. So going to gather some resources together. It's going to be a lot of scaffolding, and we'll go to the end, and we're going to build it in the end just outside the main island. All right, with the farm done, we now have the difficult task of getting a shulker over here. So, unfortunately, I built this near the central island, which means I have kind of a long ways. You can see the islands in the background there where I'm going to be fetching shulkers from. I did happen to find a couple cities that were closer to the edge, so that's nice. They're not too far. But yeah, I'm going to have to lay some rail down, and it's a good chance I'll need more than one shulker, so it's nice to have kind of a permanent rail line in place. Okay, we have the rail line in place. It goes all the way to an end city and continues all the way back to our shulker farm. So I'm just taking the rail line back just to verify that all the rails in place and powered and that it works. There's the end city back there. And so next trip out, we'll see if we can bring back a shulker. So I'll give a bit of a flyby for the finished farm here. You can see it from the main island. This is ahead of me is the Ender farm that I made at one point and have hardly used. Everything's chugging away inside there. So we'll get going to an end city. Okay, we're coming back from an end city and have a shulker ahead of us. I'm trying to stay in range. You can see it when I zoom in here. You can see it's at a constant distance in front of us. And we'll see him when we get to the farm. Okay, looks like he popped in there. Let's turn this thing on. This basically opens up the line of sight so that the snowmen will start shooting and agitating the shulker, assuming that he's gone into the right spot. So I don't know why he would go into the right spot. I think that he zips up to the top here. I think they're inclined to zip up to the top, just continue teleporting further and further up. I guess I should grab these mine carts. But I don't hear any activity going, so maybe it needs like 2 of them to get started. I think that if they're inclined to go to the same spot, then maybe you need a second one to occupy the same one and force one of them to teleport. Second shulker is on its way. I just flew ahead so I could watch it show up here. And we'll watch him as he disembarks and see if we can find him. Oh, there's some activity. Somebody's shooting at something. And I hear snowmen. They're throwing snowballs, so that's a good sign. And I can see shots coming after me, or just taking the long way around and going after the snowmen. And now I don't hear any activity. So that's a sign that he was in the right spot, but he teleported away. And I'm hoping we don't have to go get another one. I feel like we just got unlucky with this one. Maybe there was a reason why we needed 2. At this point, I feel like maybe we just got unlucky. He teleported away. Maybe one of them died. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, but there's a guy in there we can see. Sure enough. And maybe he's supposed to wait for another guy to show up, and then they both fight for the same spot, and one of them teleports away. Okay, so it got going after a little bit. I guess there was a shulker or 2 shulkers in there, and or maybe there's more. Maybe they duplicated, and they just weren't in the right spot yet. But eventually, somehow they were coerced into jumping into the primary spot where the snowmen interact with them. So things seem to be happening now. Okay, things seem to peter out again, and looks like I have a total of 10 shells so far. I thought I was running for a bit, but yeah, not much collected there yet. I can hear a guy in there, but I've been waiting a little while, and they don't seem to want to go back into down there, which is where they're supposed to interact with the snowmen. So they're just happy to stay up above for whatever reason, and maybe it looks like I need to get a third shulker. Oh boy, okay. But I guess we're making good use of this rail line that took a long time to build, so that's nice. Shulker number 3, dead ahead. Let's see how this one turns out. Okay, the third shulker is coming in for landing. I'm sure that he'll have no trouble getting out into the farm like the others. Question is, will he kickstart this farm finally? So let's watch here. Oh, yeah, he zipped all the way to the top there. I tend to go all the way to that top, but then for some reason they want to go down to one of these platforms on the left or right there, the two forks. And then, oh, I see more. And then they get picked up and deposited in that same spot, which is where the supercharger is. So you can see more details about that in the video, the tutorial that I picked this up from. Now, I made a little staircase up here and teleport proofed it with the buttons underneath so that I can come up and kind of try to observe things a little better. So I see some activity going. It looks good. We got a lot of shulker missiles going down the center column there. And I can see shulkers teleporting. I can see some shulkers up there. I hate getting shot by those things and missing. It's fun to see the Endermen floating, though. Okay, let's see if we can check things out here. Maybe not. Oh, we'll get another lift. Yeah, I see shulkers collecting there on the far side where there's supposed to be a rail cart. And I don't see a rail cart. And now I'm getting all shot to heck. But maybe we can swoop in and replace the rail cart there. Wow, there's a lot of bullets going on. And I'm just going to glide right in here. Let's make a new cart. And see if we can get back up there. Yeah, look at all those guys bunched up. Okay, that should help out. Yeah, we only had half a farm going there for a little bit. Oh man, there's a lot of shulker missiles going on. And floating Endermen. There's the cart that busted before, so I guess that can be a problem as carts breaking. And it's, I'm getting shot again. Is the left cart missing now? I think it is. So, oh yeah, there's another broken cart there. Okay, now that's corrected. I'm just gonna float around like Mary Poppins. Okay, so I think we're running at 100% now. Let's take a look from up here on the catwalk. Yeah, things are running full speed. I need to stay out of range so that they stop shooting me. $39 shells. All in all, I'm pretty happy with this. The farm's working well. It's going to generate a lot of shells for me. I have had to go find new shulkers to be the main guy in there a few times, which is kind of a nuisance. But now that it's running good, I know it's producing a lot of shells, and that's the main thing. So I can always get it started up again. Hopefully I won't have to, but as long as I get those shells, I'll be happy. So that's great. Okay, and so here's my chest full of shulkers. So it's a storage with storage within it. And I also have a bunch of shulkers inside the ender chest. So I'm in good shape now. I should have plenty of storage so that I can proceed with making the aircraft carrier. And anyways, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.